in the government using executive recruiters to recruit top-level executives into the government to transition the IRS. So we recruited a lot of senior folks, and we used recruiters to do it. I worked with Korn Ferry, Russell Reynolds, Heidrick, and I was the client. And so after having been in the government, again, for the second time for a couple of years, I said, okay, I'm going back to the commercial world. And so I called the recruiters that had worked with me, and I said, hey, why don't we meet and tell me, you know, is there something out there? I mean, I was in the government, and I was a consultant, Army and a consultant. I had no idea. I didn't know what I didn't know. But I knew that those guys did. So I said, tell me, you know, what's out there for me. They're like, sure, we'll talk to you. Well, they brought me into a similar conference room like this, and I sat there, and the guy sat there, and first thing he said is like, well, you've got a great background, and we think you'd be really good for search. What do you think? Well, thank God I had somewhat of a poker face, and put my poker face on, but in my head I was thinking, hell no! I didn't go to West Point and Columbia Business School to do recruiting. That's HR, that's a girl's job. I apologize for anyone who's HR, but that was the immediate first thing in my mind, you know, 6, 7 years ago. I'm not doing that. But instead I'm like, no, like you said, no, I didn't think about that. I've got some time, tell me. And similar to Alan, I had been a consultant, and it was a chance to actually really still have a very big, somewhat indirect impact on an organization, but it's the one job that no CEO should delegate, is hiring top-level executives. And to be brought in as that trusted advisor, that trusted partner, to get a feel for the culture of the company, to understand what they're trying to do, and get the right person in there to do that, that's what I get my satisfaction from doing. And the more I thought about it, I said, sounds like that could actually, you know, be fun and somewhat rewarding. And the pay was good. And it was 2001, 2002, wasn't much else going on around DC about that time. And I said, yeah, that sounds good. Well, there wasn't much going around 2001, 2002, so they said, sorry, you know, we can't hire you now, but we'll hire you when it picks up. I said, well, sorry, I have 2 kids at home, and if you think I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom for another 2 years, I'm not going to do that, so like, we understand. So I actually went and took a different job, and they stayed after me, and I did what I needed to do at the other job for 3 years. I built a consulting practice for CSC in the federal practice, and then I went and joined Russell Reynolds to join recruiting. And I've been doing that for 6, 7 years now. Yeah, quite a while. Do's and don'ts. Do please tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, first of all, when you're talking to us, which you have to get through us first, we are really good bullshit artists, so we can sense it. We know. So tell us the truth. And if you are really good at hiding it, and you have a civil lawsuit in the background, even though you were never founded, we kind of need to know about that. So definitely be very forthcoming. You had some bad personality issues, whatever. You know, tell us what, you know.
Seriously, we're still doing it.
Even if you've had 6 of them, you know, in 6 different places, you've got to tell us that, because we can give you a more truthful. The more truthful you are with us, the more truthful we can be with you. Mm-hmm. And believe me, you only burn us once, because if we find out something, you're dead to us. And we have our ways to make sure you're dead to a lot of other people. I hate to be so harsh.
I was going to say, could you be a little more
Specific, yeah, to the point, yeah.
I know.
like a laser?
Yeah. All right, so let's go back to the, was that a don't or a do? No, that was the
Don't,
both.
that was the
Yeah.
don't, that was the don't.
That was, yeah, don't, no, do tell the truth, that was the do.
Oh, that was the do, sorry, do
The
tell
don't
the
is
truth.
very
Yeah,
similar to
don't
that,
ever the
yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Don't ever lie,
ever.
that's the don't. Now, the other one is, don't, similar to what Sloan said, don't wait until you're unemployed to call us, because we really can't help you. I mean, we could maybe help you. I try to help people, especially because I'm prior military. I really try to help military people who are, you know, out of a job. But a lot of firms actually say, don't present somebody who's not employed. I mean, just don't.
It's changing.
Yeah, it is changing, because right now, because of the economy, but my point is don't wait to develop a relationship with us, you know, get to be known. If you are a, you know, first or second year executive, you can wait, but I mean, if you are an executive in the business world and you know you're not gonna stay with, you know, IBM for 25, 35, 45 years, develop some relationships with all the recruiters from all the different companies, and make sure you're in the databases, and make sure that you're known. So don't wait until you need a job to find us, because we can be more helpful as a relationship develops.
Well,